What's going on YouTube? Paradox here, and I'm coming at you with my first of a three-part series just evaluating where the big three, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, are either a year or 2 months later from the release of their latest consoles. Now first, we're going to jump on this Mushroom Kingdom ride on this train, and Nintendo fanboys, just stay out of the comments, please. Please. Now, the following, I might start ranting. I'm going to say that right now. I might start ranting because I grew up with Nintendo, but I also grew up with PlayStation. And to see Nintendo in the current state, it really bothers me. And there are some things that I really want to say. So first, of course, we know Iwata's not going to step down. That's first and foremost. He has said that before. And with Nintendo as a company, there have been some disturbing things coming out about them and their online services. Now, the first thing that really, and this is kind of a little bit of a rant here, that really bothers me is that the Nintendo Network, one, is not a connected service. It needs to be a connected service. When I say it needs to be a connected service, I mean if I had a Wii U and if I had a 3DS, I expect any purchases I make on one of those platforms to go over to the next. So if I buy the original Mario on my 3DS, I expect to also be able to play that on my Wii U. Why that is not available just baffles me. It's just not good. You need to bring that sort of service to your customers because that is what your customers are looking for. Now, I will also say that the Nintendo Network as a whole, really, you need to get some people on that. Like, seriously. Come on, you need the party chat. You need more games to actually support chat, because there are people, there are families, and, you know, one family will have a Wii U, another family will have a Wii U. They want to talk to each other. They don't want to pull out their phones. They don't want to use Skype. Let them talk in-game. You can have the craziest parental control settings in the world, because I know Nintendo families and kids are your target audience. But you need to have the option there out. You need it to be there. Just why it's not there just does not make any sense. The next thing, you need people working on this service who are just not concerned with what's happening in the East. The West is a very viable console market. I live in the West. I'm a proud American. I don't know about proud, but whatever. Anyway, you need people who understand what's going on all over the world. You can't be so close-minded. And I'm not saying Nintendo's close-minded, but the way that you're operating seems very close-minded as a company, and it bothers me. I want to see Nintendo do better. And Sony has come out and said they want to see Nintendo do better because Nintendo is a, quote, gateway to console gaming for kids. So if you have a generation of kids who do not grow up playing Nintendo platforms, will they have PS4s? Will they have PS3s? Will they have 360s? Will they have Xbox Ones? Will they have 3DSs? Will they have Vitas? Maybe not. Because they didn't get into this at the beginning. And at the beginning is where it starts. So Nintendo, you're not only doing a disservice to yourself, you're doing a disservice to every single gamer out there. You need to get it together. Point blank. End of story. These things need to be changed, and they need to be changed now. Now, you need, as I was trying to say before, you need people who are familiar with not just the West, but Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. And you also need people who are familiar with Steam, Origin, and Uplay. Because these are services that are driving the industry. These are online markets that are driving the industry, who are changing things every day and making gaming a better social environment. Through digital distribution, through sales, everything. Connectivity, all of that. You need people familiar with these systems. If you have people developing your own network who have no idea whatsoever about the competition, How do you expect to be even in the same sentence? That's right, you're not. You're not. And you need to be. Because the 3DS is doing well, yes. But the Wii U, it's not doing well. And Nintendo knows that the Wii U's not doing well. Everyone knows the Wii U's not doing well. People still don't know what the Wii U is. Marketing. Just the name, Wii U. And it really comes down to that marketing. I still remember the E3 when the Wii U was announced. I sat there and watched it with my father. And after the press conference was over, we had one question. Is this a console or an addition to the Wii? Because they only showed the tablet. Focus on the console itself. Hammer it in that this is new technology. It may be dated, but it is new, and you have things that are coming to the Wii U. 2014 is looking good for the Wii U. You have Bayonetta 2, you have Mario Kart, you have Smash, you already released Wind Waker HD, you have good games there. Don't even mention the Wonderful 101 because I played it and I absolutely hate it. You have good games on the Wii U. However, as far as power, you're lacking. As far as making connections, you're lacking. Online, you're lacking. Marketing, don't even mention it because it's not even there. These things need to change. Now, I'm not all about the negative when it comes to Nintendo, and a good amount of people probably already clicked off after that little rant. But there are good things about the Wii U. As I said, there are games on the platform. Good games. Games that people like to play. Super Mario 3D World is a fantastic game. I have played it. It is wonderful. I like the game. But there are other things that I've mentioned that just really irritate me and that I want to see change because Nintendo, you can do better. And I want you to do better. So you need to listen to your fans first and foremost. Because they're the ones that are really trying to hammer this into you. They're the ones that are out there as fanboyish and as outlandish as they can be. They're defending your platform and you're just saying a giant screw you to them. No pun intended. But you need to listen to them because they know what they're talking about. And yes, they might not have run a business. They might not know the financial state. But they have put an investment in your company. And they have valuable feedback. And that's feedback you really need to take to the bank. Seriously, the gamepad, one, it's very light, it's comfortable, it's a good thing. However, it needs to be implemented more rather than just a shovelware second screen experience. It needs to be integral in the gameplay because since you're going to push the gamepad so much with the Wii U to the point that, as I already mentioned, that the console is somewhat of an afterthought, what is this killer app on the Wii U that takes advantage of the gamepad that much? Name one. I'm waiting. Because I haven't seen one personally. I haven't. And you know, if you're gonna push something so much, support it. Make sure that people understand this is why this thing exists. Because right now, the gamepad is just irrelevant. It seems completely irrelevant. Yes, you have the whole, you can play certain games alone on the gamepad. I'll give you that, yes. But what does it do for the game? Because that's the core thing. It has to improve something. It has to do something for the game. That absolutely shows this is why this thing is here, this is why it exists, and this is why you purchased this. This is why you've made an investment in us, and this is what we're giving to you to say thank you for your investment, thank you for your stake in us. We appreciate your feedback. We're working hard. I don't see this out of Nintendo right now. Yes, they have enough money in the bank so the Wii U can fail, and for anyone thinking they should put things on other platforms and on mobile, just get out of here, because no, that's not gonna happen. It's not viable. It's just a quick buck, and that makes me think that they're gonna go the route of Sega if they start something like that, and if they release a new console soon, because we know what happened with Sega. They made these promises. They were releasing systems. It's like, oh no, 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 this is new. This is what we're about. Oh no, we're about this now. You don't do that. That's a complete disgrace to your fan base, to your users, to your corporate, just everyone. Now, Nintendo, I think they're gonna get it together if they listen and if they just get it into their heads. That's the hardest thing to do, though. They've already admitted failure. Now, after you admit failure, you reevaluate and you say, what can we do now to push forward and make this better? What can we do to get third-party developers to develop for the Wii U? What can we do to get the Wii U name out there? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? And how? How are we going to do this? How are we going to take advantage of what we already have? How are we going to listen to feedback? How are we going to make the Nintendo Network a viable platform? How are we going to improve the Wii U's operating system? They have the minds there. But these minds, I think, just aren't open to the possibilities of the Wii U. The Wii U can be the greatest thing, but they're not pushing it the way it needs to be pushed. And that is what disturbs me the most. I want to see Nintendo do good. I at least want them to break even. At the very least, I don't want them to take a loss. I want them to have some sort of profit. And after the Wii U, I hope they come out with something that's great. I hope so. Because when everyone is doing good, we as gamers are doing good. Now, I know I've ranted. I know I've raved. I know I've gone on and on and on and on. But this is really where I'm at right now. And the rants come from a place that just wants to see Nintendo do well. Because they're, as I said, they're not doing well right now. They just need to just bring some fresh minds in, listen to feedback, and reevaluate. That's the simplest this thing is. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make any brash changes. You don't have to just completely get rid of everyone. You just need some fresh minds and your loyal fans. You need to sell software. You need to make partnerships. So if you do that, you will do well, Nintendo. Now, this has just been the first part. And I know this one has been very negative. But the other two, they're going to be good and bad. And I have mentioned good things. Don't say that I haven't mentioned one good thing about the Wii U. Like I've said before, it is a viable platform. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts on Nintendo in the comments section down below. Make sure you check out my blog. Everything, all the links will be down in the description. And where do you think Nintendo will go from here? How do you think the gateway into children's gaming needs to adapt? Because for a lot of us watching this video, Nintendo was our first love. So it's hard to see such a giant just be taking these hits, you know? So guys, this is Paradox saying peace.